It's actually happened. Arsenal fans rejoice. We have actually made a huge signing. Now, let's not forget that Arsenal don't typically do this, especially not so early on in a transfer window. We've already brought 2 new players in, and it's July. I mean, let's just let that sink in for a second. I know a lot of you guys aren't Arsenal fans, but I know a lot of you are. If you follow me over the years, I always do Arsenal career modes. I always talk about Arsenal. It's my favourite team. It's a passion of mine. And when things like this happen, I always like to discuss it because I feel like this could be a real turning point for Arsenal Football Club. Not just because we've signed Lacazette. If you didn't know, that's what I'm talking about. We have just signed Lacazette from Lyon. It's a big statement. It really is. Now, there's 2 figures flying around. It's either £51 million or £54 million. But either way, it is a new record for Arsenal Football Club. More expensive than Alexis Sanchez. More expensive than the Mesut Ozil. And I'm completely speechless about it because I wasn't expecting it to happen yet. I was expecting it to happen. You know, I made a transfer roundup video, I think it was 2 days ago, where, you know, we're looking at Lamar, we're looking at Mbappe, but most importantly, it seemed like we were looking quite deeply into bringing in Lacazette. And within 48 hours on Twitter, they're tweeting pictures of him wearing the shirt, which is just crazy. It's crazy, and I'm so excited for it. Just because I think, like I said, it feels like this could be a new beginning for Arsenal. Because this is, I would say this is 5 years in the making. This is the replacement for Robin van Persie, which we just have not been able to do. And to be honest, it's almost like we finally replaced Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, that kind of calibre of player. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to get ahead of myself and say that Lacazette is on the same level as Bergkamp, Thierry Henry, Robin van Persie in his prime. You know, Lacazette for me is slightly unproven. I think that there are definitely parts to his game that I think will be fantastic in the Premier League and especially in this Arsenal team. But I think there will be times where we maybe see that he's not this, you know, game changer that we're expecting. He's not going to be a world-class, proper, you know, 30-goal a season striker in the first season at least. He's going to have to adjust. He's going to have to gel with the squad. Luckily, we have a history of having a lot of French players in the club. You know, we've got a few Frenchies in the squad already. You know, straight away we've got Giroud, we've got Coquelin. I know Coquelin is good friends with Lacazette. They've already been talking a lot. You can see it on the Arsenal channel. They've uploaded some videos already. So I think that's going to help. But what I don't think we should expect as Arsenal fans is Lacazette to walk into the team next season and win us the Premier League, because it's not realistic. There's no doubt in my mind he is one of the best strikers in the world at the moment. Like maybe top 10, at least top 10. And in terms of his likeness, he reminds me of Ian Wright. I know I've mentioned this before a couple of days ago in that transfer roundup video. I think Lacazette he's very much similar to Ian Wright. I'm not saying he's on the same level, but I think he could be. I think this is a turning point for Arsenal, not just for next season, but for the future. Lacazette is, what, 26 years old. He's signed a long deal. He's going to be here for multiple years, hopefully, providing everything goes well. And I think he could, when he reaches, you know, maybe the 2nd or 3rd year, just do so well for us. And I can see him becoming an absolute great at the club. Now, the key thing here, and I know this is just a transfer roundup video, and I want to talk about other things as well. I just wanted to make sure I make this point, because whilst this is great, and for Arsenal fans, it's very exciting. We've brought in a new record signing. A lot of clubs would love to have Lacazette. There's a lot of salt and jealousy going around. People saying he's overrated, which maybe he is. But a lot of clubs would have loved to get Lacazette over the last few years. Apparently Arsenal have been looking at him for over 8 years, which is mind-blowing. We've only just got him. I think, though, the key thing to remember here is rumours are Mesut Ozil is accepting a new contract. He's happy in London. He doesn't want to move. Fantastic. Let's get him tied down. But there is, of course, one massive elephant in the room, and that is Alexis Sanchez. What is going on with Alexis Sanchez? Is he going to be signing on, or is he going to be leaving? Is he going to leave this summer, next summer? I don't know. If he leaves next summer, it will be for free, which would be an absolute travesty. I'd almost rather we sold him this year, take the 60 million or whatever it's going to be, and invest it into another player, which... Don't even go there. It's not possible to replace Alexis Sanchez. There isn't another Alexis Sanchez out there. There are similar players. There are other players in different positions we could go for. But Alexis we've got to keep him, no matter how much he asks for. Of course, if it's ridiculous amounts of money, if he wants $1 million a month, $1 million a week, or something crazy like that, then of course it's totally not going to work. But we need to keep hold of Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez. They have to stay. Now, like I said, the rumours are Mesut Ozil has, accepted a new deal. We'll see what happens there, but we still don't know about Alexis. But the good news is, Arsenal fans, we have made a big move early in the window. We brought in Kolasinac as well, which I think is a great signing, a great bit of business, a free deal. And one thing that made me laugh, I saw this on Twitter, if next season we've got Xhaka passing the ball to Lacazette and he scores, we can all shout, boom, Xhaka Laka. I love that. I absolutely love that. Boom, Xhaka Laka. So that's this bit of news. We're now going to move on to possibly a deal that will kind of overshadow this deal. This is a big deal. This is the biggest deal of the window so far, I would say. We've now got Lukaku potentially going to Manchester United. Now, apparently the deal has been agreed in terms of the finances. It's looking to be £75 million from Everton to Manchester United, of course. But lots of Man United fans are going crazy. They're really excited. And it's kind of funny because we had the Lacazette deal yesterday and now they've got the chance to one-up us, because there's no doubt in my mind that Lukaku going to Man United is a bigger deal than Lacazette going to Arsenal. It's going to be more money. And, there's a lot behind it. You've got Mourinho, the manager that actually sold Lukaku for, what was it, £24 million. He's now going to buy him back for 75. I mean, he doesn't have a great track record, does he, Mourinho? I feel like that it would overshadow it a little bit, and that's fine. I think Lukaku going to Manchester United would be very interesting, especially to see how he gets on for a bigger club once again, because it didn't work at Chelsea. It just didn't. He was too young. For whatever reason, maybe he couldn't quite get into the team. They've had better strikers available at the time. So, yeah, this looks like it's going to happen, but it almost feels like, I mean, even Everton, since this rumour kind of blew up, they've had to release a statement saying, well, hang on, no, nothing's happening yet. They've said that the money has been agreed, but there is no deal yet. There is no personal terms agreed. There's nothing there right yet. And it could be a few days, it could be a few hours, it could be a few weeks. Who knows what's going to happen? So Manchester United fans will be very excited by this news, but it's not happened yet. And these deals can break down. We've seen it happen in the past. I don't think it will, though. I think Lukaku there was 3 destinations I saw him going to. One was Chelsea, going back to Chelsea. One was Manchester United, and the other was Bayern Munich, and I think that was very unlikely. Those were the only 3 clubs I really saw happening. So the fact that he's going to Manchester United, it makes sense. I'm quite surprised that he's not going to Chelsea. It seems like Diego Costa could be going back to Atletico Madrid. They're going to be making a bid later this week, apparently. I think if that happens, then obviously it would have made sense for them to go back in for Lukaku, but it seems Man United are going to beat them to it. They've let Ibrahimovic go. He's still injured. He's not going to be there next season. They need a new striker. So it's all very interesting. This is the part of the window where things get a bit hectic, and it's kind of weird because I'm not used to this. This is the normal kind of week before the end of the transfer window where it all goes mental. We're still early July, like I'm looking up there on my clock. It's the 7th of July today, and it's so early, and we're so used to having these signings going through on the last few days, sometimes even the last 12 hours. You think back to when Mesut Ozil joined Arsenal, it was literally a couple of hours before the end of the window, which was... I still remember it so well. I was so pumped. And just before that happened, remember, I was doing a Juventus Super League career mode, and I signed Mesut Ozil. So maybe what I need to do is, because I don't think Arsenal are done, I think we still need to bring in 1 or 2 more players. Maybe I should do like a stream. I'll play as Arsenal, and I'll sign someone that I think Arsenal need, and then hopefully it will happen in real life. It will just happen. It'll be fate. Actually, I'll tell you what, if you could leave your comments below, let me know if you'd like me to do kind of a stream Arsenal career mode where I put Lacazette into the team and Kolasinac, try it out. Maybe I could see what other players we could go for. I still think we need a central midfielder that partners up with Xhaka. Someone like Otaliso, of course, he's moved to Bayern, but maybe someone like Naby Keita would be brilliant. Although it looks like he could be going to Liverpool. Not too sure what's happening there, but anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. Nothing too incredible, guys. I just wanted to share my feelings about this Lacazette deal, the potential of Lukaku going to Manchester United. That excites me, even though I don't, particularly like Manchester United. Whenever a big player moves in the Premier League, it's really exciting to me because, you never know how it's going to go down. Part of me thinks it would be very, very interesting to see if he can in any way match his form for Everton at a bigger club. You know, it's going to be interesting to see that. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like rating. I know these videos, they go up kind of inconsistently. It kind of goes up whenever there's big news. So just watch out for the channel upload activity to, you know, see if I've uploaded anything regarding big news. Also got some more career mode coming out tomorrow. AC Milan, that's going to be good. I think that's it. That's all I need to talk about. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Come on, Arsenal. Lacazette, boys. Come on.